Hello, good evening. So I've come on my own. I've got the blue potatoes to plant because they're growing too much, and this is a new crown for spring. It's definitely getting sunnier and warmer. I'm enjoying the sunshine and we definitely have a lot of flowers. So I thought this one was nice and cheerful. Here's the blue potatoes. So I'm going to put them in the bed tonight. If I remember well from last year, they grew as first early. That's going to be the potato bed between the artichokes and between the asparagus. So in this bed we had a lot of cardboard rotting, and these stones, this is cardboard. I didn't forget the hori this time, and my little tool bag I use for everything. New hori. It's not going to be staying new for very long. It's just I'm thinking I need to plant the potatoes through the cardboard. So I'm going to do the new ones at this hand so I know what they like compared to the old ones. Nice and easy. These are a different type of potatoes that I bought, so we're going to try them. Those ones are long ones. They're blue potatoes as well, so we're going to try them. So Grinch is building the very big bed, or starting to build it at home, because the weather is foul and it will be easier to have different parts. So we're following Danny's advice of starting at home. How's he going?
Yeah, I'm almost there.
You got glasses on as well.
Yeah,
You can't see.
I can't see. I'll have to take them to the allotment as well. So must have
Getting older.
Yeah, since the last time I built a bed, I can't see the...
Well, you're doing sections though, that's good. Is it very long? Yeah, 3 meters long, isn't it?
It's double that. So it goes up to the end of the sofa there.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Putting on the peanuts. They need it. So it's a lot bigger pots because they need to stay in the conservatory until it gets warm enough to go in the greenhouse. For now, they need to be indoors. So, oh, here's a spider.
Oh, where?
Are you ready? I don't like spider. Why did you kill it?
I didn't kill it.
Yes,
I just picked it up.
You see all the roots at the bottom? They're starting to grow out. So here they are, looking good, and about to go in bigger pots. Let's see. How do they look? Here we go. Can you see all the roots?
Oh, wow, there's lots of... It's root bound. It's absolutely root bound.
Wow. Well, if you think the peanuts happen in the roots, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Is those pots going to be big enough?
Only for a little while until it gets warmer. Then obviously they're going to go in bigger pot. They got enough room to spread. We're just too cold still. They love the warmth. Yeah, that'll be fine. It'll give them the extra space to spread a bit more. Amazing plants, because the leaves actually come out of the peanut. The peanut open up, the root comes at the bottom. So the peanut's obviously got a way to be planted. If you plant it the wrong way around, the root then start growing at the top and the leaves are at the bottom. So I've had one peanut had to turn around like this.
So you can see here's the peanut there and there that's opened up, and the root went down. This has come out the top.
Look at the roots again. Look at those. Oops. and make a right mess of the kitchen again. Because again, nice long Easter weekend. We kept it nice and quiet. Thinking we'll do loads at the allotment, apart from visiting Grinch parents and Fluffy. So apart from today that we had free, and Monday, so hopefully Monday the weather will be good. You'll see what's going to happen. Tomorrow will be lovely sunshine. Sunday will be lovely sunshine when we're busy. And then on Monday it will rain again. You bet. They are not easy to start, but once they start, they're actually all right, aren't they?
Well, so far.
So far, I mean, they might not like the potting on. We shall see.
And it's 6 months they've got to grow for, so anything can happen in 6 months.
Yes, so altogether so far I've got 8 and a potential 3 others. So out of all those healthy plants, hopefully we will at least get one that will go to full maturity. And if we get all of them to maturity, then we're going to need a lot of room. I don't know how big they grow. We're on a discovery. Anyway, this is plant number 2. You know, peanuts are not a nut. They're actually a legume. Which is the same family as peas and beans. Amazing, really, when you think about it, isn't it? So the nuts that grew the best, well, they're health shop nuts. All the nuts that were bought from the seed companies did not grow. And I think it's because a lot of those seeds were older than a year old. And obviously in the health shop nuts, they must have been less than a year old. If you want to grow peanuts, my advice is buy a pack in a health shop of obviously unroasted peanuts and grow them. They even say to grow them in the shell is better. So these 2 came out a little bit later. These one were on a kitchen window, so not with the heat mat. And this is struggling, can you see? But there is little leaves there. So I've put them in a conservatory on the heat mat now. And little leaves are starting to show, but I am worried about the colour of the peanuts. Because as you can see, the one that were on the heat mat, the peanut is nice and green. This one that didn't have the heat mat has gone a bit brown. So, but I'm going to leave it because those little leaves have appeared. I don't know if you can see them. So we'll see. So here they are, all 8 of them. And they're going to be in those pots until it's warm enough to either go in the polytunnel or conservatory. This is all my peppers, aubergine, chilies. And then these ones are the cobea. Cobea that, probably saying it wrong. It's those. Cobeas candens purple. And they are climbers, beautiful flowers. But the best bit is those loofahs have survived. We have got loofahs, so that's brilliant. I got some of the mouldy peanuts are coming through. I've kept them and they're coming through. This one is, I don't think these will. So that's quite good. But the loofahs have started some true leaves. So I'm really pleased they've survived so far. And the peanuts are doing great. Very happy with those. Today I'm going to be planting for some grow-longs. From the peanut grow-long, I found that it's just so lovely to be growing as a community. The first one is a Cucamelon grow-long from Freddie, from Freddie's allotment. Freddie is a lovely young man. He's doing fantastic work on his allotment. Looks amazing. I have never tried Cucamelon. I've never eaten it. Same with Grinch, same with Fluff, so we thought we'll try it. Tiny little seeds. So I think they're a climber. A bit like the cucumbers. And they're going to be in a conservatory to start with because they like the warmth. I've got a few left if it doesn't work out. Yeah, I know. Having a cup of tea. So that's the Cucamelon. Here's the labels. And then the second challenge that I'm joining in, it's the Sunflower Challenge by Linda at the Feel Good Garden. And the challenge is growing the tallest sunflower that we can. So I've got quite a lot of seeds for sunflowers, as you can see. And that's because I was very lucky. I was gifted seeds by a lot of people. These ones are sunflower seeds I saved from a very tall sunflower that just happened to grow in one of my pots last year, obviously brought by bird. And they went quite tall, so I'm going to plant some of this. Then I've got some seeds that were given to me by Andrew at Andrew Earth Garden on Instagram. I'm going to start with the sunflower Allotment and then the sunflower Earthwalker. Look at these beautiful colors. I do not know at all they are. I've decided I'm just going to do sunflowers that were given to me. I've got so many, I didn't want to buy any. They're tall, they're tall. They're not tall, I'll just lose the challenge, it's not a problem. In our case, the allotment is so windy, growing tall sunflowers, it's probably going to be a challenge. They'll probably break. And these were sunflowers given by Ali at the Rusty Garden, and we've got purple sunflowers, which I'm very excited about, chocolate cherry sunflowers, and a pink sunflower, which again I'm very excited about. And then these are the leftover sunflower teddy bears. Now the teddy bears are going to be very small. I know, I planted them last year, but they are gorgeous. They're very fluffy. I know. Yeah, I know it's not fun. Sunflower Italian white. I don't know how tall they are, but we shall see. It'll be a surprise. I thought it'll be interesting to see white sunflowers. It's great because I'm going to have a lot of different colours. We've got now some sunflower lemon queen. Now I know those are tall, and those were given to me by Will at the Flying Gardener because I admired them so much on his plot. They were amazing. I was in awe of his sunflowers last year, particularly those. I think if they all grow, I'm going to pack my garden and the allotment with sunflowers. I'm going to put them everywhere. What are you doing, Moon? What's so interesting in my tray now? Hey? Really looking forward to those. Excuse me, mister. What's in the tray that's so interesting? Did you get your claw stuck? We've got some seeds that I bought. On the packet there, a giant of a sunflower, and it's called Sunflower High Hopes. So with a name like that, it probably is very tall. Oh yes, they're a lot bigger than normal sunflower seeds. Look, they're huge. They triple some of the sizes I've planted. So I'm going to put one per pod, I think. I've got Tammy on the peanut grow along that told us about chicory. She was going to try to plant some chicory to try to make some coffee out of it. I don't drink coffee, but I love chicory. My grandmother used to buy what we call chicory made by Leroux, and she used to put some ground chicory with some milk and sugar in the morning, and we used to love it. So I'm going to plant some chicory. and see how they do. They are all planted, and now I've got to find some space for them. That should be interesting. Hello!
Hi there.
So, here we have the long one. Grinch has started putting the pieces together at home, as you saw, and now he's going to build it here. So it's a nice 3-meter long bed. We're going to put the main crop potatoes in. So it's going to be like having a pot, because we can build the soil on top of it. That way we'll have less green potatoes, because last year we had a lot of green potatoes.
We didn't build them up.
Because we didn't build up enough. So this year we're going to really work at this, and that bed's going to help with it. That's why we had such big potatoes to plant. We would have eaten them, but they were green. We couldn't have eaten them. So I kept them, and so we'll plant them. See what happens. Everybody keeps talking about those allium flies. We didn't get them on the leek last year, but my plot neighbour did say that it was unusual for someone to successfully grow leeks here, because we do get them. So I'm not going to take any chances. The garlic is looking good, the shallots are looking good, so I'm going to put a net on them. Do you think that's tall enough for garlic?
I thought so.
I'm sure time will tell.
What will be told on the video.
Do tell me. Hopefully it's tall enough for the garlic. It's a bit wonky, but it'll do. And I don't know how tall the elephant garlic grow, but I can always add a section, so it's not a problem. Got my mesh to put on it, but before that I bought some farmyard manure. I'm going to put a little bit around, so just to give them a little bit of a boost. Do you know, I'm not sure garlic likes to be indoors. Those aren't doing well at all. Look at it, they are just not happy in there. I'm thinking of putting them outside actually. What do you think? They're not looking happy. So I might transplant them into the garlic bed. It's probably a mistake, but I'm going to do it because I don't think they'll be doing well here anyway. Supposedly, all these garlics have to be planted indoors. They like the dry, but I don't think they've done very well at all. It's going out. It's not going to hurt them. And if they die, they die. Do you know, they're all mushy. I'm not putting that out with my lovely garlic. What do you think? Look, it's all mushy. It's not looking good, is it? This one did some roots. They're all mushy. They're going in the compost. Lesson here, I am never planting garlic indoors again. How are you doing? It's looking good, it's taking shape.
Yeah, I've got all the screws in and I'm just now tightening them.
That is a big bed, it's going to be great for potatoes.
Yes.
Here's the garlic bed, all done, all protected. The net was big enough that we doubled it. That worked very well with the cabbages last year. So I've got a bag of sand and I'm going to put a sprinkle of sand all over the asparagus, because Danny from Grow Up said that the asparagus originally are from the seaside. So I'm going to put a bit of sand all over it just to give them some drainage. I didn't do it last year, they seem to have grown. But obviously I've got a lot more asparagus this year in this bed, so I want to give them the best start. Grinch has done all the chicken wire around the blue potatoes, and he's put a good covering on them, so they're nicely covered now. We've got a little bit of sprinkling of sand on the asparagus. Some sort of noise in the background, no idea what it is, but it makes a racket. There is a lot of wind, so we're not going to do a huge amount of filming. It's extremely windy, and look at all the flowers I'm finding, so I need to remove the top. But what I'm going to do is put some chicken wire around. Grinch has cut the grass at home and has put loads of grass cuttings on that compost bin. And the other one is now filled with cardboard, as you can see. We've got a lot of cardboard, which is good to cover this bit there. That's the potato bed, the main crop. Looking good, all covered. And as they grow, we'll cover it exactly like if it was a pot. Some beds have done better than others, and I think it's to do with the quality of the bulbs. Most of the farmer grace beds have done very well. The cheap bargain packs haven't done so well. This bed was full of bargain packs, and as I suspected, that didn't do well at all. Whether it'll go better next year, maybe, we'll see. So this is the currant I bought, the pink one, and it's called Pink Currant Gloire de Sablon. And this one's already 2 years old. It was berry tree that I planted, so I've put him in soil, and he's doing very well. This is the name. Here we go, Pink Currant Gloire de Sablon. And I'm look, he's healthy. He's got little babies there growing at the base, new shoots, so I think he'll do well. I'm really hoping to be having some French pink currant. Not the best day to be planting trees. The flowers are going to get destroyed. So I'm afraid our heads are going to be cut off because I can't go on the higher setting of the stand of Larry, otherwise the phone keeps falling. So it's got to be on the lower setting. The wind is fierce, so we'll try our best to film. But Grinch has to help me putting wire all around, because my fear is that it goes into the polytunnel with that wind and we make a hole in the plastic. We obviously don't want this. It's not the best day for doing this, but I just know that if I don't put chicken wire around those flowers, by the time we come back there'll be none left. The deers love tulips. Anybody squeamish, turn away. Danny, look what I've done with the chicken wire. I'm going to use the first aid kit you sent me. Here we go. This is why you do need a first aid kit. Ta-da! It
wasn't me!
And it wasn't Grinch first injured, it was me. Now, it's not because it's a huge injury, it's the fact I don't want to put blood everywhere. It's the type of thing, it doesn't hurt as such. I've got it.
I was about to do it.
Yeah, I know, but you're a bit slow.
But I wasn't
anyway,
slow.
Thank you, Danny. So they're like homemade cloches in a way. Obviously, I've seen them, they look gorgeous, but they cost a fortune. I bought the canes on eBay, and I think a pack like that cost me £10. And then chicken wire, because they've got large squares, they're a lot cheaper. So right now all I'm trying to stop is the deers, and animals that like flowers. So being that big doesn't matter, it's more about the height, because we have very tall deers So deers and rabbits definitely can't get through. It is a shame we have to put chicken wire around everything, but it looks alright.
What is it, Nanou?
I've just remembered. I bought some bulbs to plant
Where?
in them. I bought some bulbs to plant in them. We should have done it before we put the chicken wire. Oh!
Okay, I can probably go over the top.
I'm not sure.
You've got a lot of bulbs in there already. Where's the holes for them?
These ones are summer bulbs. They're summer bulbs, so these will die down and the summer bulbs take over. For a pound, I thought I'll try them. I don't know the quality of them.
But there's bulbs everywhere.
No, but those are summer bulbs.
But there's bulbs everywhere.
So I thought they were really pretty and I love those. Those are brilliant. I have them in the front wall at home, in the front garden, and they are stunning every year. So I'm just worried that's all they get with the wind here, but we can only try, can't we?
That way round?
Yeah. That's it. I'm glad he's tall enough to do this. Grinch has been great. He's been digging up all the raspberries. I need to go and plant them. They're quite big raspberries. They're quite different from the one on the other plot, the small ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
So this is the white currant, Versailles. So next to it, I'm going to put the pink currant here. I think it's going to come here. And these are going to be my special ones. There. And here's our pink Gloire de Sablon pink currant. It's an old French currant. I just thought it would be nice to plant some French plants. I'm planting the raspberries and Grinch is putting the wire. He's not doing a good job at doing it straight, is he? But I'll just have to do. Here are all the currants we've moved. They seem to be alive, which is good. Black currants are okay, and here's are all the raspberries that we've moved. So that looks good. They've got their wire, so it now looks more like a raspberry frame. So they should do well there, hopefully. They won't mind the move. It was hard work. We've been here quite a lot of hours. We are shattered and we've been here over 5 hours, haven't we? So forget about the stand. Not in that wind. In that wind, not possible. It's quite blowy today. Anyway, we've survived. We're here. The raspberries are completely moved now. It's just the gooseberries. We were quite early today, but it's cold. It's 6 o'clock. 6 p.m. We haven't had lunch, so we're off to have lunch stroke dinner now. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon.
Bye then.
Bye.